Hey there, and welcome to our tiny house journey. My name's Brett, and this is Steph, and together we're on a mission to build a tiny house. We're both paramedics in our state. We spent many years working in Sydney and now moved down to the far south coast with our family, which is just 4 Labradors, which we absolutely love. And we breed from as well, which is pretty exciting. So you guys will be seeing plenty of our little puppies floating around as time goes on, so stay tuned for that. Our journey into tiny houses started during the COVID pandemic. We were both working in Sydney during the peak of the COVID waves that hit Australia. And through that, we just decided that it was time to move out of the big smoke, so to speak, and down into a small country town. We landed on a little one called Narooma, which is on the far south coast of New South Wales. Narooma literally meaning clear blue waters, which, as you can see, is aptly named. So we love it here. We've been here a couple of months now, and it is pretty amazing. Narooma itself is about 4 hours south of Sydney, and is a town of just under 10,000 people. Part of our reasoning of finding a tiny house is during 2019 and 2020, really severe bushfires hit New South Wales and destroyed thousands of homes, which has really made an impact on the rental and purchasing markets that are in town and around this location. And there's a bunch of people that are still displaced from these fires even over 2 years on. So finding a rental for us was really challenging, and finding a rental that was suitable to have our Labradors, as we absolutely wanted to bring them with us. There was literally just nothing available, and we didn't really want to be purchasing a property here without knowing exactly where we wanted to live and where things were going to be. So from there, we started branching out, and the market for tiny homes sort of really interested us, and the challenges and lifestyle that could afford. The excitement of living off-grid really, really appealed to us, living as sustainable as possible. We've already transitioned across to have a chemical-free house and try to buy local products as much as we can and be just as responsible as we can with our spending and with things that we do around the house. There's so many different resources that have become available to us for our tiny house, and there's some incredible manufacturers that are around all over the country and doing some pretty spectacular things with tiny houses. And really the market just isn't, it's even more than just tiny houses now. They're full-on houses on wheels, which is pretty amazing and eye-opening to watch. The biggest challenges that we've encountered with the builders so far is just their significant lead times for ordering, which is just what it is with these builders. They have orders that they need to fulfill, and that's fine. The building industry here in Australia at the moment is quite strained, and products are very, very expensive, and so that also came into it. We didn't want to be spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on our tiny house, and so finding a builder that would do what we wanted, because the custom builds were even longer wait times, but also at a reasonable price, did prove quite challenging. But the companies that we have talked to have all just been really fantastic. They didn't fit exactly what we wanted, but if you're out there trying to buy something that's a bit more off the shelf, then there's definitely these guys are absolutely fantastic, and would definitely recommend these 2 examples. There's also just a really spectacular community out there. There's a bunch of Facebook groups out there with advice and challenges that other people have already faced, and that we were learning a lot from them as well. the big choices that you'll see over the next few episodes and months, I suppose, will just be dealing with off-grid or on-grid situations, finding the location to put our tiny house, finding land that's safe enough for our dogs and for us and close enough to work, dealing with water and sewer requirements, and then even just whether or not we're going to buy a fully finished tiny house or build one ourselves. So whether we're going to be buying a shell or a finished product. Thanks so much for watching us today. If you do want to continue following on with our journey and like what you've seen here, just hit the like button and the subscribe button, and you'll be first in the know for the next video that comes out.